USA Global TV and Radio proudly presents the Royally Rich Lifestyle Show, starring Ian Pelham Turner and Helena CHARD. Brought to you in part by the British School of Excellence, Investors in People. This program is brought to you in part by the British School of Excellence and founder, Mr. Philip Sykes, building confidence, changing lives. Do you share our view that etiquette is a set of modern life skills that are essential for personal and professional success? Join us as an etiquette coach and change people's lives through the power of etiquette and manners.
The last few days have been really amazing. I had a trainer course from the British School of Etiquette.
And I must say it's been one of the best decisions I've ever made and one of the best investments I've made in my own training and development.
Now, words alone will not describe the transformation and the positive path that I have traveled with the British School of Etiquette.
I found I learned a lot from the lessons this time I came.
The last few days with the British School of Etiquette have been fantastic.
And what I've learned now is really beyond my expectations.
This is the most rewarding experience and the best investment I have made this year.
It was just great. I learned so much, and when I go back to Belgium I will incorporate a lot of it into my day-to-day life and business.
It's been absolutely wonderful for the whole week that we were here.
I feel transformed, and I feel like blowing a trumpet and tell people, come and do this school. This class is the best. This is the best school ever.
You should take it. It will change your life immediately.
I am now able to teach other people how to bring the best of them.
Thank you. Thank you, BSc.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you to our clients for their testimonials on the Train the Trainer program. Our exponential and global growth is so significant that we've evolved from the British School of Etiquette to the British School of Excellence, where we're investors in people. Let us invest in you and your career. Contact us to become an etiquette coach. Go to thebritishschoolofexcellence.com. Start your career and elevate your success today.
Welcome to USA Global TV and Radio, where our mission is to provide education, entertainment, hope, and inspiration. USA Global TV and Radio connects you with experts and audiences all around the world every single day to help you succeed in business and to live a richer life. Visit us at usaglobaltv.com to learn about career and life-changing training and mentoring programs like the Listening Mentor. Subscribe to our newsletter to stay informed about our special programs and offers. Discover how you can become a guest on one of our shows or a host or producer of a USA Global TV and Radio show of your very own. That's USA Global TV and Radio, where the doctor is always in.
Hello and welcome to another edition of the Royally Rich Lifestyle Show with me, Ian Pelham Turner.
And me, Helena CHARD.
We've got another very exciting show with some royal news, talking about empowerment of women, and Philip Sykes from the British School of Excellence. Okay, so let's roll the titles and let's move on with the show. Well, Helena, you've got some great royal news to begin on with.
We've got
Tell me about it.
Do you know, what an extraordinary time. Isn't it just extraordinary in every single way? The political arena, our royal family. But, you know, what has, I think, proof in the pudding that people are missing the Princess of Wales greatly. Buckingham Palace has received so many well wishes and letters and cards and presents, and they really are struggling to keep up with, you know, sending cards back. But they do reply to everyone. It takes a while, but they go back to people. What we have heard as well from our contacts is that actually Princess of Wales has turned a corner, which is great news, which is really, really good news. The unfortunate thing is we have heard that she's not going to be part of the Troop in the Colour, as in it's almost like called the Colonel's Review, and obviously she is the main person of the Irish Guards, and she's normally there to salute the Guards, but isn't going to be doing that this year. It's Lieutenant General James Bucknor who's standing in. But we did get a sort of feel about this because we heard, do you remember when the Army put out, the MOD put out something online saying she was going to be there, and all of a sudden Kensington Palace pulled it down. But it's one of those things where, you know, people can be so wicked. Again, it's this, where is Kate? Something's wrong. AI and these robot things going on.
Let's be honest, we're getting a lot of requests from all over the world, from, you know, with the same subject. So I think it's time shortly, because, you know, for me, you know, we get a lot of questions. I think what I would have done personally, my advice to Kate is just do another short video just to say how she's getting on, so that people can see she's still alive, and that she may sort of be talking about some of her charity work.
Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, let's not forget that she has had a serious operation which actually takes something like a year to get over. We have been told that there's no time specifics. We know that she's hardworking and dutiful, and actually I think really she just needs to be able to sit back. Her medical team are in charge, and she's in charge of her body. You know, from a mental health point of view as well, it can take an impact. But can you imagine if she was doing something like that when you're not feeling well? I mean, it's not a headache, you know, and you're suddenly in a goldfish bowl. And Troop in the Colour is all about, you know, it's the official King's birthday, and she doesn't want to take centre stage there. But you never know, she may appear on the balcony. Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows?
And also Charles's decision not to ride his horse.
Absolutely. Well, we did think that was a bit much. I mean, good for him. Last year, Troop in the Colour, he was on his horse, and I just think good for him. But no, the sensible thing is he's now going to be in the carriage with Camilla by his side. Thank goodness. And it's the Ascot Landau carriage, isn't it? So that's what would be exciting to see.
Excellent.
So, and he's been on duty. He's been doing lots and lots of things. He met Sri Lanka's new High Commissioner and Albania's new ambassador, Dr. Uran Ferezi, which we spoke about. We spoke about him, didn't we, the other week? But actually met him, I think, yesterday daytime, which is good. And we also saw King Charles, which was lovely, giggling away with Camilla by his side. He was at the RADA, R-A-D-A, the famous Royal Academy of Dramatic Arts, watching a production on family betrayal. Can you imagine? The House of Life. It was like a special time. It's the 120th anniversary, and they met loads and loads of people there. Lots of famous of our actors and actresses that have come through there. And Dr. David Harewood, who's very well known, is actually the patron, which I didn't realise. So that was good fun. And something that lots of people were talking to me about, it was actually GB News wanting to know about Sarah Ferguson. I mean, she's great, isn't she? We love Sarah Ferguson. She's really gung-ho. The Duchess of York. She was in great spirits on the red carpet at the 77th Cannes Film Festival. But a little bit of controversy.
This is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, a little bit of controversy where they said that she sort of shouted down the audience, apparently. I mean, come on.
Perhaps she's had a little bit of spirit.
Yeah, well, she was in good spirits, but she was there with a purpose, and lots of people would come. It was actually, they were auctioning off a really lovely pictures we can see of the late Queen, a beautiful picture, which was auctioned off. And obviously everyone was there with drinking and chatting, and she just, people weren't listening to her. It wasn't just her, there was Demi Moore and other, you know, lovies. And she I mean, I'll speak to you about it afterwards. It reminded me of you in a way, but she she sort of said,
"What do you mean? I haven't been on the red carpet shouting."
She was like saying to everyone to stop. But you want to go on to your parties. I know you don't want to listen. And I mean, she did start talking about climate and various things in it. But really, she was trying to get people's attention. She was there for a purpose, and you have to do that. I mean, if she'd just been shy and retiring in the corner, that wouldn't have worked.
That's one thing Sarah Ferguson isn't. She's never shy and retiring.
She was there for the charity AMFAR, which is for AIDS research, but she also is an ambassador of the Gen Z generation. Jay-Z, is that right? No, Gen Z generation, which is the 13 to 26-year-olds. And she really does fight their corner. She feels that they struggle, and she's there fighting their corner. And I think she wants everyone to, work towards a better life. And she's all about unity. She's been supporting King Charles and the Princess of Wales, and talks about forgiveness and all the good things, encouraging people.
I have
She's given
so
everyone
much
a big
time
hug.
for Fergie. I really do.
She
But
does.
finally, there's a society wedding as well.
There's a society wedding, and it's going to be the society wedding of the year, so we hear. So Hugh Grosvenor, who's the 7th Duke of Westminster, is marrying Olivia Henson. This is on the 7th, so it's coming up soon. Chester Cathedral, roughly 400 guests. Now, he is the richest, I think, under 40-year-old person. He's worth something like 40 billion only.
Yeah.
And I do think his wife to be Olivia, he went to the same place, I think, as the Princess of Wales. And they do say there's a similarity between them both, which is great. But funny enough, although he's got so much, he's quite unassuming. He likes the low life, and he just doesn't like all the attention.
Absolutely. But I think the biggest thing that he's done is that he's created a foundation now, and he's put 900 million of his own money into a foundation funding. So I think that's a great thing to do.
That's lovely, isn't it?
However, we've got a great guest coming on in a minute
but
well.
just to say, very important that Prince William will be usher at his wedding.
Excellent.
And I think possibly the only royal that will attend in his downtime. So
God bless
there we
Prince
go.
William as well.
Royal Roundup.
So we're just going to take a short break, and then we're going to bring on our special guest for today. Stay tuned.
Welcome back, and now we're delighted to welcome Dr. Sangeeta Shrestha, Communications Manager from Feed the Minds, a wonderful organisation which really empowers women. Welcome.
Welcome.
Thank you.
So lovely to have you join us.
Thank you for inviting me to the show.
It's a lovely organisation, and do share with the viewers a little bit about the organisation.
Yeah, Feed the Minds is an international development organisation based in London. Feed the Minds is working for the past 50 years in various countries, particularly in Africa and Asia. It supports adults, particularly women, in ensuring having the literacy and education through our projects. At the moment, we have 11 projects running in different countries in Asia and Africa. In Asia, we are working in Kenya, Uganda, Madagascar, Rwanda, Tanzania, South Sudan, and many others, and also in Asia, in Pakistan and India.
That's brilliant, goodness me. So there's a lot going on. That's incredibly good.
Our focus is mainly on literacy because in the world, there are 773 million people still illiterate, and among them, majority are women. And the situation of women is it's still, we need to do a lot to improve the situation, to reduce the gender disparity in education. So this is how we are working towards achieving the UN's Sustainable Development Goal 4, that is ensuring equitable and equitable education and opportunities for the lifelong learning for all.
Great, thank you.
And it's a very important development, isn't it, to actually empower women in this way as well. Is it just purely for women, or do you actually help to educate some men as well?
Yeah, men as well, but our focus is particularly women. And at the same time, like, there are many activities that we have developed and doing the trainings for the men, because until and unless men are educated around the area where we are focusing, it's impossible for women as well to get that, achieve what we are aiming to. For example, like I would like to say, we are working in Nigeria in the female genital, in the FGM, how to reduce or like eradicate, eliminate this female genital mutilation in Nigeria. If you see around the world, there are like around 200 million women have gone through female genital mutilation, and every year 3 million women are likely to be going through the FGM. It doesn't. There is no health benefits of FGM, but still it's being practiced for many years in different parts of the world. So in order to combat this situation, it's not just women. Men are working towards in this field, and the organization we are working in Nigeria is led by Dr. Chris Ugu, who is a man obviously, and there are lots of other men who are working together. And now, like in the community, which is considered as stigma in the community in Nigeria to discuss about FGM, now like men are coming together because fathers are worried about their daughters going through FGM. And through our projects and literacy and education projects, people are getting this, I mean, like there is a change we can see how like men and women together are working.
And you were awarded a UPF Ambassador for Peace Award as well. Just tell us briefly about that.
Yes, I'm very thankful to Universal Peace Federation for giving me this award, Ambassador Peace Award, in recognition of my work for the past 15 years in the international development sector, and also like communicating for the change. I've been working in the development communication for the past 15 years, working in environmental communication, working towards the communicating of the several women empowerment stories around the world, and also communicating science and agriculture related communication from various parts of the world.
Goodness me. So I mean, how does Feed the Mind support communities in these low-income countries? I mean, are there like specific programs that you work with and organisations? I mean, if you can share a little bit with us.
We have different projects going on. Our focus is on literacy, but at the same time, we believe in functional literacy. Functional literacy is the literacy that is helpful for the people to function their life, day-to-day life, well in a smooth way. So we believe that functional literacy or the literacy is the gateway to the eradication of poverty. So that is how our main target is making the women, particularly women, but people aware of the situations or the opportunities they have around them, because there are lots of people, lots of women, they can't function because of like the world is fast growing and technology is changing, and even doing with small things like now, like people have to rely on technologies. If you see, I mean, like the things are changing. For example, like we are working in the agriculture sector in different countries. In Tanzania, like now the women are starting to use climate smart solutions, like using the drought resistant seeds in their agriculture production. So that's how like the things are changing. They are developing saplings for in Tanzania for the plantation, because in Tanzania, one of the major issues is like deforestation. So the women are helping to planting trees and to combat the deforestation as well.
That's lovely, because obviously it's World Environment Day coming up.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's really apt.
And besides that, you're an author as well. So just show us your book, your latest book, and just tell us very briefly about your book.
Last month, with this book. This is my book, short story collection.
Hold it up a little bit higher so that the camera can see it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. This is my short story collection. I came last time as well with. This is available on Amazon as well, and I'm getting very good feedback after being in the show. Like lots of people have contacted me, and I hope like it's going to raise, like awareness about this book again. Yeah.
Oh, that's so lovely.
And how can people get in contact with you for both the organisation, first of all, with Feed the Minds? How do they get in contact with Feed the Minds? And then secondly, how do they get in contact with you for the book?
For Feed the Minds, I have different email addresses, but I can be contacted on my personal email address, like sangyshresttha@hotmail.com, and my work email is shretstha@feedtheminds.org.
Thank you so much for your time today, and another wonderful conversation. And obviously, Feed the Minds is such a resourceful and worthy organisation to work with. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Helena, for giving me this opportunity.
You're most welcome. Thank you.
Well, we're just going to take another short break, and then we will bring our regular colleague Philip Sykes from the British School of Excellence along. Stay tuned. So, welcome back, and now we have Philip Sykes from the British School of Excellence. Welcome, Philip.
Thank you both very much for having me on the show. It's always exciting to be here. I look forward to it. I really do.
Bless you. Now, basically, we've just been hearing this afternoon about empowerment, especially in low-income countries around the world, and especially with women. What do you feel about empowerment and how the British School of Excellence can actually help with that?
Thank you for a great question, Ian. Firstly, I'm a huge fan of women across the world. I think women take on too much. Men get away with, as they say, murder in all scenarios. It's women who take on an immense amount on their shoulders. And I know no one wants my opinion, but I think we should put women as leaders in the various countries around the world. I think we'd be creating a far safer and kinder world, but that's by the by. As an organization, it's about giving access to education, and that is one of the things I'm absolutely fastidious about. We've set up organizations through Nigeria and through Uganda giving children, young girls, the opportunity to education, because this is fundamental. We need to give people the opportunity to be literate and have these programs that we can help adults. In turn, they can then empower our youngsters in the world, because we are the shepherds in this world. We are the guiding, steering elements of their lives, and we need to do that. We've got to give them the tools to understand the empowerment of sort of the economic side of things and create skills development. I think those are three areas that I am hugely passionate about, Ian and Helena.
Sounds lovely. And I know that you support a couple of organisations, Philip. Are you able to share those with us?
Absolutely. We have Free Africa Alliance based out of Nigeria with our business partner, Mike Adamayo, who is phenomenal. He's put the most incredible team together, delivering content, material, complementary material, giving people access to education. It is also an organization that is driving the interest throughout Africa in educating people and giving people the opportunity to grow and develop themselves. And then we have the most wonderful, harrowing at the same time, but it's the most beautiful organization set up by Nuagera Enoch, it's called Push Child Foundation, and that's out of Uganda. It's an orphanage as well as a platform for education, for giving these young children who don't have parents, so often in a situation of 6-year-old little girls raising her 2-year-old brother, and there's the element of trying to be educated and fed and housed. So these are very, very important causes around the world. I know many people around the world are focused on helping others, and I truly believe as an organization, it is about what we can do for other people.
Are there certain rules of etiquette and empowerment for women that you talk about when you're working with women, and how do you judge how much empowerment a woman may need to bring up to the levels that you would like to sort of see her become?
Yeah, it's a great question, Ian. I mean, with regard to the etiquette and the manners and the emotional intelligence, again, as an organization, this was founded on the very, very serious focus that when we can coach and train and teach people in EQ, it's almost near impossible to have bad etiquette and manners. Having said that, one does need the guidance and steering of the makeup behind etiquette and manners. So we coach a huge amount of women, funny enough, through our organization who want to go on and coach and guide and steer other people. We run Train the Trainer program, and I'm sad to say that majority of our students tend to be incredible, dynamic, amazing women and very few men. We've had a good handful of men, but it's women who I truly believe that if you teach a woman something, she'll educate a village. And this is how we want to get women to understand how powerful and dynamic they really are. Gone are the days where anyone should not be sort of working alongside one another. We need to support one another. We're all put on this earth for a reason. And I truly believe that the men out there and the women out there need to sort of work in hand in guiding and steering one another. And not only that, but also empowering women with their strengths. What are their strengths and where do their strengths lie? And then growing those beautiful strengths and giving them the tools in order to do so.
Gosh, something came to my mind. I saw this image, I think it was through Christian Aid, and it was a woman in Africa, fairly young, but I think she was saying that basically poverty was defining her. That people were sort of forgetting she was human, but she managed to, I think it was getting education or help through Christian Aid. But it just goes to show how important it is, community and coming together. And I mean, with reference to helping, do you oversee sort of like donations as such, or how can people help?
Very much so. I'm always pleading for donations, and it's actually quite a scary thing to answer, Helena. About 3 months ago, I put out a very polite, professional video asking people just to donate $1, $5 to Push Child Foundation, and I might as well been talking to a brick wall where there was no uptake. And I appreciate people are skeptical, that they think things are a con or whatever. I'm the patron of the organization. We have a licensed platform where people can contribute, and I'm kicking myself because I don't have the access code or the website that you can go to. But if people are interested in looking into Push Child Foundation, it is pushchildfoundationug.org, and people can go onto that website and pledge a donation on the platform, and it is all given directly to the charity that we so passionately support.
Excellent, Philip. And as always, how can people get in contact with you personally?
Please reach out to us at hello@thebritishschoolofexcellence.com. Look at our website, which is thebritishschoolofexcellence.com. We have a WhatsApp number on there. Telephone numbers on there. We love connecting on a human-to-human level and basis. Please reach out to us. We've got some phenomenal programs taking place, can you believe it, for the final 6 months of this year. As of tomorrow, we're heading toward Christmas.
Goodness.
Goodness me.
Well, there's a thought, Philip.
We're thinking trooping the colour, and you're thinking Christmas. Goodness.
I mean, it's extraordinary, isn't it? Yeah, trooping the colour. There's so many wonderful things taking place in the UK and London over the next couple of months. It's the season. There's Ascot. There's going to be polo. There's going to be parades. There's going to be just some of the most wonderful events that London is so good at putting on, or England is so good at putting on. And I would urge anyone out there to have a look at what London and England offers and embrace it, and come and see what this country has to offer.
Absolutely.
Oh, thank you so much, Philip. It's always so lovely hearing your advice and your gems. We're most appreciative.
Bless you. Thank you for your time again.
See you next week.
Lovely to
Thank
see
you.
Bye-bye.
Well, that was a pretty hectic show again, but very interesting again as well.
Absolutely.
And
How
Sangeeta was
insightful.
great. Philip, full of really good information again as well, I think, at the same time. So I think it's another great show that we've had. So we've done some royal stuff and got some royal news.
It just goes to show how important it is to empower in general, how much good it does.
Absolutely
and giving that
right.
confidence to people.
Absolutely right. So I would just like to thank again Helena Castrati from ALB UK TV for his support, Dr. Jacqueline Kerback from USA Global TV for their support as well. and Philip Sykes from the British School of Excellence for their support at the same time. All together we create a very good show, I hope, nowadays, and certainly we're getting the audience's approval. So from me, Ian Pelham Turner.
And from me, Helena CHARD.
Have a great week, and we will see you again next week. Take care and bye for now.